In this video, you're going to learn how to edit video with your Android phone or iPhone using the editing app KineMaster. Hey guys, once again, this is Kevin Aladi from Media2, where we help you optimize your brand and business with video simply by taking you through the rudiments of production and all the gears, applications, and training you will need to grow your brand and business with video. So guys, let's just jump into it. There are lots of great editing apps out there for Android and iPhone like InShot and Power Director, which I will talk about in coming videos. But for this video, we will focus on KineMaster. KineMaster is packed with lots of professional level functionality, and for that reason, it can get a little overwhelming for new users. But don't you worry, because in this video, I'm going to unravel the app and take you through a complete edit step by step so that you understand how to use it effectively. However, I won't be going over all the features in here, but feel free to ask me any questions in the comment box or watch out for our masterclass coming soon. For this video, I will show you the basics that you need to know so as to get the most out of the app and to get started and get professional results as fast as possible. A key part of editing is in the process. Once you know the basics, you're good to go. So guys, let's jump into the app. We're here in the KineMaster app. The first thing you want to do is go to the setting, but I would advise you keep the default setting as it is. Only thing you might need to change is when you open up your KineMaster, you might have it set at King Bones. So I would recommend you put it at Fits in Screen. Otherwise, aside from that, every other thing in the setting, you should leave at default. So the next thing we want to do is go into the main edit. Now, it gives you the option of 16:9, 9:16, and 1:1. The only minus about KineMaster, if you start editing with any of this aspect ratio, you'll not be able to change it while or during edit or after edit. So we take 16:9. The app brings you straight to your media browser. So the media browser is basically your phone gallery where you have your videos and your pictures. So you click on the OK button on top, and here we go. So let's take a quick look at the settings before we start editing. Here, as you can see, is your main screen. At the top of the left hand side, you see an arrow that takes you back. Below it, you have redo. After that, the next one you have undo. Here you have capture, save, capture, add as clip. This is when you want to capture. Here you have your setting, your master setting, where you can set your audio and video. Usually leave all this in default. When you need extra layers, you reduce your screen size and increase your timeline. This takes you through the beginning of your clip or to the end of your clip, whichever one. It makes the job flow faster. Here you have your timeline or your workspace. Okay, right on top over, you see made with KineMaster. When you click on that, it gives you the options to pay. Actually, KineMaster, you get 7 days free, but after 7 days you're expected to pay. It's 1,400 a month. That said, a year is 8,300. It's an awesome app. If you want a paid app, this is an app that will give you professional edit options. Okay, so we go to the circle on the right hand side, top right hand side. Yeah, on top here is where you have your media, just like when we came in. If you had just opened it without picking a video, a clip, or whatever it is you wanted to use and work, this is how to get back to the media, or you want to add extra media. Here we have layers, your media, effects, overlay, text, handwritten. If you want to add a media, you can also add it from there. You want to add effects, you can add effects. We'll get into that as we move on. You can add your text. So basically, almost all the functions you need, you can do it here. On the other hand, if you want to import music, KineMaster gives you free music, background music to play around with. If you want to record audio, you can do your voice over here and add it to your clip. Now, if you want to record video, you can do this. You record with video. So that's it. That's the video. So basically, those are the different functions for KineMaster. Going forward, before you start editing, I always recommend that you do your color correction. So we might want to correct, and improve the color. So what do? We click on it. Yeah, before we forget, this yellow thing around the clip is called handles. You expand and collapse with 2 fingers. All right. So KineMaster doesn't have the ability for you to copy and paste your color correction. For every clip, you correct it before you start editing. So that way you won't need to have to start going back color correcting, because by the time we're done with this single clip, we probably will have about 6 or 7 different clips. After we've cut away the things we don't need, you might have about 7 different clips. So now, if you had done your color correction before cutting, you don't need to color correct again. But if you did not do your color correction before cutting, it means you need to color correct 7 different clips. The question now is, how do we color correct? Start the clip, we scroll down to color filter. Now, just like your Instagram app, there are different filters that will change the look and feel of your video. But for me, what I do is I go to adjustments rather than color filter. So I do the adjustment myself. I increase my brightness a little bit, I increase my contrast a little bit, I increase my saturation, I increase my white balance, my temperature to make it a bit brighter, increase my vibrance to make the color pop, and which I take down the saturation a bit. I increase the vibrance a little bit. One of the disadvantages of editing with a phone, is that there are certain professional things you cannot do. You cannot fully correct the way you would if you were using a professional app like Adobe Premiere Pro CC. You cannot edit out blemishes on the face and all that. But give or take, for basic edits, you can do a whole lot with phone apps. All right, so that said, I think this picture quality is fair enough. The next thing we want to do is to show you how you can cut different cuts. Now, if you want to cut a clip, so let's say we want to cut from here, what we do is make sure you highlight your timeline, click on the scissors. You have the trim to left and the trim to right. So when you go trim to left, everything to the left goes away. When you go trim to the right, everything to the right of the cursor, the line here, goes away. We also have the split. This divides a clip into 2, 1 and 2. All right. Now, when you split your clip and you want to move it from one end to the other, all you need to do is touch and hold on to the clip, then move it without removing your fingers. Move it to the point you want it to be. So now, when you have the 2 clips here, the next thing we want to look at is your transition. You can see the plus button in between every 2 separate clips. Now, there are several transitions here, like this one. You have all kinds of transition, but for me, I like to use just the classic transition. Okay, when you add the transition, you click OK here. When you want to transit from one clip to a similar clip, because you can see these 2 clips are similar, the same camera angle, the same person, there's no difference. It's just maybe you want to remove a mistake in between 2 words or something and you cut it. So what I would recommend is to create a 2 camera feel, like we have 2 separate cameras. So what do? We come here, we click on zoom, we highlight and pull backwards. That way the picture comes closer, like a close-up. You position it however way you want it. Maybe this is too close. So this gives you a feel of a second camera. So you click OK. Now with this, when you go from one clip to the other clip, from clip A, let's say this is your clip A and this is your clip B. So if you go from clip A to clip B, this is what you will have. It moves from one camera angle to a different camera angle. That way it's easier for the eyes to. Now, notice that the way this goes now, it is pulling out gradually, pulling out gradually. That is because I did not equal the 2 clips. Now, how do we equal the 2 clips so it doesn't pull out, so it will maintain that ratio? This is what you do. When you come to this place, we have to equal it. You want to move from one clip, this clip to the other clip. So when you hit on this, you hit on your zoom, you zoom it. All right, you zoom the clip forward. You click on OK. Now what happens is that when you come from this point, you have this two camera view, and it remains like that. It's not zooming back or zooming out like the previous one I showed you. It remains like that until we move to the next clip, which makes it look as if we have two cameras at the same time. So the next thing we want to do is to add a second layer. So we go to layer, we go to media. From layer, we go to media. Let's take this logo, our official Mediatron logo. We pull it out. We click on OK. So now we have the logo down here. The next thing we want to add will be audio. Now the awesome thing about KineMaster, it gives you sound effects and also gives you background music. Let's say this is music assets. It gives you music songs that you can add to your project. When you highlight on a song that you like after you listen to it, click on add. All right, so we want this to start from beginning, so we put this here. We have the song here. We click on OK. If you want to reduce the audio level, you go to audio and you can bring it down here to suit whatever it is you want to do, and you click on OK. You want to key in the audio. This is where you can increase, fade in or fade out your audio just by keying it in. You add a key point here, then you add one key point there, you move it forward, you add another key point, you go back to this one and you bring it down. That way the audio just fades in according to your command. So we have it there. So let's click on OK, and when you play your audio, it gradually fades in. All right, and you can go to the end of the clip, close it up, come here, click on it, go to your audio key, add it here, you come here, add it again, you go back, you reduce the audio level here, come here again, reduce it, and you can also close this up. You can also close this up to this point. All right, and you click OK. So you're good to go. So guys, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel so that anytime we release a new video, you will get an instant notification. But before I forget, just in case you have any question of any kind, please do not hesitate to send me a question in the comment box, and I will respond to you promptly. So let's continue. Let's move to adding text layer. Now add text. You come here, you click on color Emeka Musa. Okay, so you can expand it and place it by the corner. You can also change the character fonts, the fonts right here. Just after the scissors, you have colors. So let's say you want to make it red. Okay, you say okay and okay. So we now have color Musa. That's basically it for that. Now the next thing you want to do, you have your fade in and fade out. All right, so you click on it, you come to animation, click on fade in. Okay, fade in. You say okay. So when you play it, you see it fades in. So let's stop it here. Let's go back again. Now when you want it to fade out, you come to the out animation, you click on fade, and it fades out. You okay it, and this is it. You have it fades in and it fades out. The next thing you want to do is to export. So you click here and you get your exports. The app automatically tells you your best option. This is a small phone, so this can only take a 720p HD. It's also widescreen, it's at 30p. You also have the SD 540p at 25 frames per second PAL and 360p 24 frames per second. So the bitrate, as you can see, is 3.92. This is a very small bitrate because it's at 720p and the quality of the video. Now, as you can see, the output will be about 57 MB. Now, for some circumstances, you might feel the output is too big and you want to reduce the size. What you need to do is bring down this bitrate, and as you're dragging down the bitrate, it has come down to 32 megabytes as against the original 50 something megabytes. So basically, you're ready for export. You've chosen the 720p as against the 540 or the 360. The app gives you your best option. So the next thing is to click on export and you start exporting. So that is how you edit with your KineMaster.